Hi Aquarius, it's Leonore. Welcome back. This is Soul Searching Tarot. Thank you for those who have been supporting me. Love you lots. Trust me, I'm very biased when it comes to Aquarius. My moon is in Aquarius. But if you're into astrology, Mars just entered Aquarius. And so did Saturn. When I was meditating, which I do with every zodiac sign before I do the reading, your energy was so heavy. Now, mind you, I did another reading right before you, Aquarius. Your energy was so heavy, my heart started pounding. My heart just started weighing very heavy on me. I started getting almost a mild panic attack, if I have to say, it that way. And I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not trying to start the reading negative by no means. Like I said, I have a moon in Aquarius and I love Aquarius, and you know, I am very biased when it comes to you, and specifically because we are in the age of Aquarius. We just started the age of Aquarius. You don't know how many videos I made because of your planet, because of the 11th house period. You represent the ethers in the cosmos, my love. The ethers is a subconscious awareness of your non-existence or your existence. You choose. If I had to reference this to anything that I just said, the ethers it's about ascending, higher consciousness. The Matrix. Let's talk about the Matrix. Now here we have a character whose real name, his government name, was Thomas Anderson. Now Thomas Anderson did not go by Thomas Anderson because he was a cyber criminal. That's so Aquarius. But Neo was his name. He went by that alias name. And Neo was considered to be the one. For those who haven't watched The Matrix, or not really into sci-fi, that's okay. I doubt that, because Aquarius is totally into sci-fi and listen, whatever you have, whatever it is that you have, an ascending in Aquarius, a sun in Aquarius, a moon in Aquarius, we're out of the box thinkers. Point blank, end of period. Your 11th house is a serious energy. It is co-ruled by Saturn. But anyway, I'm going to stop there. I think that was enough talking. And I definitely thought that you should know that. Now I'm using my Game of Thrones, and I'm going to use my new mythic to clarify it, as well as my Native American tarot cards. I do like to infuse it for whatever reason. I've been doing it forever. But let's start with the Game of Thrones, shall we? Now, the first two cards that came out for the Game of Thrones is the Four of Pentacles with the Lovers. This is definitely going to be a love reading. And it's going to be a very heavy love reading. And if it doesn't have to do with a love reading, there may be a group of you that has to do with your higher subconscious. Just because you see the Lovers doesn't really always mean the Lovers. You can love yourself, for crying out loud. But for most cases, in tarot, it does mean, what you see here. The Lovers. It is a Gemini energy. It is your fellow air sign. You may embody the energy. You may know somebody that has Gemini in their chart. When I mean chart, I mean birth chart. And then the 4 coins, which is an earth energy. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, whatever. It doesn't have to mean something, but it's good to know these signs just in case it resonates. Now, 4 of Pentacles is somebody holding on for most cases. It could also mean definitely money, in this scene, in the Game of Thrones scene, I'm going to try not to be too much of a spoiler alert, but, it does have 6 seasons. The 4 coins in this scene, this is where basically, if I have to, compare it or reference it, is the Treasury Department. This person is the treasurer, or, part of the Treasury Department. This is a person that makes a decision as far as loans, and everything that has to do with money. You see how he's holding on to 2 coins? I don't know why he's holding on to 2 coins, but it reminds me of the Lovers. Somebody's definitely holding on to you, Aquarius. It could be vice versa. This is a very dramatic energy, but I want to see what clarifies it, okay? So I have the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles in my new mythic with the 5 of Swords. I don't know if you're single, or somebody you know is single. Now, interesting. I have the 4 of Pentacles, right? Both earth energy. And the 9 of Pentacles is also an earth energy, but this definitely could represent that you're holding on to your money. This is not the time to be overspending. This is also, again, a single person that may be holding on to someone, that may be thinking of someone. Could be a type of person that may be possessive, at the very least, not in a, I don't think this person is too possessive, but you may or may not know that though, Aquarius. I don't, at the same time, you could be the one that's single. Yeah, that's for a group of you. Then I have the Lovers clarified by the 5 of Swords. Both air signs. So we have 2 earth, 2 air. The Lovers with the 5 of Swords. I'm sorry, Aquarius, if I'm being really quiet. I'm just trying to really feel this energy. I don't want to say I sense deception, lies. It's miscommunication. There you go. Some type of miscommunication between 2 lovers. Someone is still holding on. Someone here is single. And if you are together, which I really don't sense, but let's just say for a group of you, if you are together, you may find that someone is holding on to secrets. Now, you may call it lies. It could be a reason why this person is holding on to a secret. Maybe they don't want to break up with you. Maybe it's something that if you knew, it'll be all over. Like, that's it, finito. No more relationship with you, little one. So they may be holding on to secrets. That's for another group of you. Yeah, I don't really sense deception, lies, but you know what? When people hold on to secrets, they can interpret that as lies. Absolutely. However, I do sense a mutual love. That's for sure. Okay, so you or someone is holding on to secrets. All right, you take the story as it applies. You know it more than me. All right, moving on to the next spread. Now this was interesting. I was shuffling these cards. And you see, have this. Now this never happened to me before. I mean, maybe once before, but okay. My guides told me to keep it this way. And I don't really fight with my guides. Even when I do, they're like, what did I just tell you? Yeah, okay, do it. So we have the Two of Wands, fire energy. We have the Judgment, which is also fire energy. It does represent Pluto. And then the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it this way and see what the heck is going on. Ooh, ooh, well, that's pretty interesting. All right, someone may be expecting a child. Congratulations. Somebody here could be intuitive. Aquarius are known to be intuitive. You represent the ethers, my love. I just explained to you what the ethers meant, and I cross-referenced it with the movie The Matrix. So you do the math. Look what the heck is going on. Somebody's definitely dealing with an earth energy, but whatever, they could embody that energy. Someone here really wants a home, but someone here is also turning their back. So whether it's you or someone you know, Aquarius, really wants to come back to you. The Judgment card is kind of throwing me off though, because you see how the Judgment card, it's like this Night Walker, or the Night King, sorry, in the Game of Thrones. It's a pretty heavy, powerful, dead person. He's a zombie, okay, but he is the Night King, which means he has his zombie warriors doing his bidding. So when I see this Night King in between these two energies, someone here, and this is for a group of you, someone here, especially because I saw the Lovers and then there's a Judgment. Shoot, that's two major arcanas, but moving on. Someone here may have their back turned to the relationship. Someone here may be deciding between a career or another relationship, a new relationship. And maybe that's why my Judgment card came in sideways. because somebody else is thinking about a foundation. In this scene, there's a feast going on. There's only 2 scenes, maybe 3 scenes, that you see like this feast. Okay? And for the most part, for the very most part, in Game of Thrones, when you see a feast, it's because somebody's getting married. There is an energy, and I feel that, you know, like a group of you, somebody's deciding, somebody can be expecting, somebody's very intuitive. The reason the judgment was sideways, why it came sideways for me, is because there's a break in between you two. Let's clarify this. What is this break? Is it someone? Is it the cosmos? I can't wait to clarify this. The High Priestess and the Two of Swords. The High Priestess is a very intuitive sign. I did say someone here is intuitive. It does represent a water sign, the moon. So some people will associate this with Cancer, as well as Pisces. Even Scorpio. Scorpio is very intuitive. These are psychic energy. All 3 of these signs are very psychic energies if you use it in the right way. If you even know you're psychic. Aquarius, you also embody that type of energy, a High Priestess energy. Now, what the heck do we have? Seriously, like we have the Lovers, Judgment, and now the High Priestess. These are major arcanas. Now, with the Two of Swords here, it's kind of heartbreaking for me a little bit. Not that much. Aquarius, you are very detached from emotions. But nevertheless, you know, you have your moments. There's a child, like a teenager in between. So, I mean, I do sense that somebody is either expecting... or, you know what, somebody has children, both of you have children in common, something like that. I sense that your children, your child, is very attached to both of you. Okay, that's for a group of you. If you don't have any children, there are people around you, co-workers, family, could be your partner, that really don't believe in the way you think. Aquarius, you are the future. And because you represent the ether, I wouldn't be surprised that you're being awakened, if I'm saying that right. My grammar kind of sucks. I did cross-reference the movie The Matrix, so if you're trying to figure out what the heck I'm saying, you know, pretty much the way Neo had to take the red pill or the blue pill. Interesting. This guy's wearing like some blue. Hers is, you know, purple, but to make the color purple, you need a primary color, which is red, but I'm not going to go there. Somebody also may have problems with their crown chakra. I don't know. I'm looking at them wearing helmets, Crowns. Okay, so bear with me because I'm trying to get as much energy as this. There's a lot of energy, these Two of Swords. Decision making, which is basically what this card really means. Wow. Most of all, I really sense that within yourself you may be fighting. Within your people, you know, have moments where they have to understand what's going on within themselves. You're either fighting yourself to be in that higher consciousness. That's the ether. In order to be in a very high state of subconscious, higher consciousness, even spirituality, meditation, yogis, you have to detach yourself from this earth. To me, both these cards represent detaching from the earth. We have the High Priestess here. Let's talk a little bit about this character. This is Persephone. Hi, Persephone. She's Hades' wife. Hades rules Pluto. Pluto. Now, if I have to say anything about Hades, this is the way he looks. No joke. I mean, whatever. This is the energy that he embodies. However, Hades does have a little bit of a heart. Let's, you know, there is a little bit of a, you know, fire inside the Night King. But we're talking about Hades, her husband. She was kidnapped. Hades loved her, and she learned how to love Hades. But for 6 months, she had to leave her husband because her mother, which is Mother Nature, to put it in lame terms, when winter comes, everything dies. It starts in the fall. And in the winter is the coldest season. If you've ever been in those type of seasons, you'll know that winter gets a little colder. And for the most part, you can't plant a seed. It's not the best time to, I mean, you have to cover yourself with jackets. You know the situation, right? However, that's the time that Persephone is with Hades, because Mother Nature has her plants. In the spring and in the summer, Persephone comes back to visit her mother. So she leaves her husband for 6 months out of the year. Something like that. Her husband lets her go. So this High Priestess is in between two worlds. The moon, which I told you represents the High Priestess, it's in between two worlds. My opinion, but it is. It is a neutral planet. It's not malefic. It's not benefic. But there is such a thing as a dark moon. All that represents this energy right here. So you tell me what you're picking. Are you staying in this realm, or are you detaching yourself from the earth? I don't know why I had to go into that spiel, but I did. That's for a group of you, if not the majority of you. Let's look at the last spread, shall we? Ooh, there's 4 of them. Wow. Okay. Another major arcana. Okay. Interesting. This is a Neptune energy. Neptune represents Pisces. Somebody has Pisces in their chart. Or you may know somebody with Pisces in their chart, okay? I'm going to try to stick it to love reading as much as possible. I think it's a little bit of both, you know, for a, you know, a group of you. I think that it's either one or the other. Okay? I'm trying to read 2 stories here. Trust me, I'm trying. Let's start with the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords look interesting to me. Okay, you know what? Let's leave it at this. I don't know why. Mix it up here. The 5 of Swords. Again, I think it's an inner battle within yourself. I think that you do want to get back to a relationship that might have fallen apart or you walked away from. Could be vice versa. It is an inner conflict, if anything. I think that this person may think that you moved on. That person may be having an inner conflict with themselves. The Hangman. The Hangman in this position, they don't do shit. However, it is a card of introspection. This whole reading has to do with introspection for the most part. This scene, this is a sigil that acts as a sigil. There is a man hanging upside down, which is usually the image you see for a hangman in most tarot cards. But this man in this scene, this character in Game of Thrones, literally was tortured. I mean, not, you know, NYPD torture. Nothing against NYPD. Not FBI torture. Excuse me. That's interesting. Somebody doesn't want me to talk. You probably don't want to talk. But within this torture that this character has, he changed his whole way. This person killed people. This person right here, the one that's being tortured. He wanted to be a bad person, to say the very least. And so that was the route he chose. So he got caught, captured, and tortured. And what happens? Throughout these weeks that he was tortured, and then saw his sister, who was forced to marry the person that is torturing him, saw her own sister, full blood, get tortured by this man, get raped by this man. And he had to watch it. That's how sick her sister husband was, the one that's torturing this man. The way I look at this with the 5 of Wands, it is introspection within yourself. You might have gone through a lot of issues, Aquarius. Aquarius, besides Scorpio, which is funny that I mentioned Hades, and that the Pluto card, which is also represents Scorpio, is here. Aquarius and Scorpio, by default, they have hard lives. They do. It is written in the cosmos. Something happened in your past life that, if you look at your birth chart, and I suggest you do, I have a website in my description box, shows you if you have any type of Pisces. Pisces is a very intuitive sign. Aquarius and Scorpio. If I said those three signs, this could be your reading. Doesn't have to be. You could embody those energy. In the end, the Hangman, which is what it means, is introspection. Now we have the Five of Swords again. We saw the Five of Swords in the beginning. The Five of Swords this is a sad energy. It's so sad I gotta leave this card behind. This could be you, Aquarius. This could be the person that you're dealing with, or that you left behind, vice versa. You take the story as it applies. This person knows by the things, events, circumstances that they've been through, either in a relationship, either in more than one relationship. Could be family members, could be lovers, could be marriages. They weren't treated the best. They weren't. Granted, Aquarius is always a step ahead of everybody else. They accept the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like I said, by default, they've been through some heavy shit. And that's putting it mildly. Excuse my language. I think at this moment in time, you're definitely deciding you may be in love with someone else may be in love with you, and so this may be their energy. You left them, they left you. Then I have the King of Swords here. You may be dealing with an air energy, somebody that has air in their chart, so Gemini, you, Aquarius, as well as Libra. For sure, this is easy. Someone cut the relationship. Someone cut the relationship, or another group of you is really in that energy of self-consciousness, higher consciousness. When you're in that state of mind, you really have to detach yourself from this earth. It's easy for us Aquarians. I have a moon in Aquarius, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but there are times where I could detach myself. However, I have a lot of water in my chart, and we're emotional people, but as well as psychic. You know, at least I am. When I meditated over you, my lovely Aquarius, the ethers just came to mind, and I did cross-reference it with the movie The Matrix. The King of Swords, for another group of you, is your higher consciousness, is the cosmos calling you. It is. It is time for you. You've been through so much introspection. You have been developing higher consciousness, whether you know it or not. It is time for you to wake up. Or, where's that card? You're trying to wake up other people. And they may not be listening to you. I don't know if you see this kid in the middle. His ears are closed. He's like, I don't want to hear it. You're crazy. You're a freak. You're a weirdo. I'm sure a lot of you know that Aquarius is considered, you know, the out-of-the-box thinker. We come from an alien planet, which is Uranus. Innovative. The future. And people are like, what the fuck are you? Where do you get your information from? Like the Marvel magazine? Interesting. This King of Swords, man. Oh, God. Like I said, for one group of you, you did cut someone else and they're very sad, or vice versa. For another group of you, this energy, this energy is coming to get you. King of Swords. Guess what King of Swords in the tarot represents? You, Aquarius, the ether, Uranus. You are in the cosmos right now. Mars is in Aquarius, and so is Saturn. I want to say it's in one other planet, or it's about to be in another planet that's very significant to us little earthlings. People will be awoken. It is time. If you're not ready, you will have no choice. No choice. What's the last card here? No, there is no last card, but there is two clarifiers here. Last but not least. If I see another major arcana, your reading is so significant and so powerful, Aquarius. I hope you're taking this serious. And I'm sorry it's not a love reading. I'm not saying for the most part, but it's not a complete love reading. I'm sorry. This is a love reading for yourself. I did say that with the lovers, didn't I? This could be you loving yourself. The Chariot is another water sign. It represents Cancer, the moon. Some people will say it is the moon. But it is a water sign, nevertheless. The Chariot with the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. I know my Native American cards are, the imagery could be distorted. I love it. I love the energy, love the culture. I'm not from there. Or maybe I am. The Chariot, to me, you have no choice. It came up in the upright. You have no choice. Now, for a group of you, again, this could be love. Either you're moving fast away from the past relationship, or someone is moving towards you, somebody that you cut off. Someone that might have been jealous, or is coming to, if they didn't have the jealousy trait, you'll find out sooner or later. For those who are in this love energy read for a group of you, and I know a group of you are. When you take this person back, don't be surprised if this person is jealous, borderline possessive. You may like it, you may not. They're coming soon. My point for the Chariot is when I mentioned the Native Americans, you see this beautiful warrior here, this amazing Native American princess. She kind of looks like a princess to me. Nevertheless, the Queen of Pentacles represent a good mother, good in budgeting, finance, you name it. She's all of it. A good cook, wonderful wife. You reverse the roles, okay? Doesn't have to be a feminine energy, well, a feminine person, I should say. It could be feminine, masculine energy, but it's just energy in the end. She's embracing herself at this moment. She may feel alone. For those that I mentioned, the Native American situation, as far as North and South America, they were wiped out. They were wiped out. Now, I want you to think about the events and circumstances that are happening now. There's a lot of people in this chaotic day, days, I should say, not day, but days that we live in now. It's a game changer. A game changer. A game changer. I see the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. To me, this represents, it's a fire energy, but there's fire up in here. There's a little bit of everything. There's pentacles, there's earth energy here for sure. Again, I just feel the ethers for you. Okay, let's start with the love reading, because there's a group of you that really is into the love reading part. If you're still here, there's someone that is very passionate about you, and you know what? There's some group of you that's both. Honestly, both. But for my love part, there's someone that's super passionate for you. I mean, ooh, they want to let it out. You see that torch with that fire? Yeah, you use your imagination. But as well as looking at this Ace of Wands, it can represent a new beginning for you. Maybe the person that you left wants a new beginning. I see this person holding a globe. They're looking for you. They're searching you on social media. They may ask people about you. They want you back. No joke. No lie. The Six of Wands was in reverse in my Game of Thrones card. They may have no victory. You may be dealing with a Leo. Definitely a fire sign. It could be a Sagittarius, since I was mentioning Aquarius in the Sagittarius read, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah. You know, again, I feel both freaking energy. I feel like with the Six of Wands in the reverse, you may not take the opportunity to the higher calling. And higher calling is Neo or Thomas Anderson. You may not, you may not, and that's okay. You probably have a lot of earth energy you know, in your chart. You know, it just wasn't meant to be, not in this lifetime. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. I see the Tower. Jesus Christ. There's, I can't. I'm like taking the bottom of the deck, the cards at the bottom of the deck, because it's calling me. The Tower in reverse. Again, some of you may not want this relationship back. Some of you may not be ready for this higher calling. But you have no choice. We had no choice. Again, with the events and circumstances that are going on now. That's our Tower. If you're not accepting it, if you're not going through some higher consciousness, inner peace, and listen, it's hard. This is hard. It's shaking up our world. Then I have the Moon. Again, another reversal, another major arcana. You are not using your higher consciousness, your intuition. But guess what? You have no choice. For most of you, you really don't have a choice. For those who are fighting it, for those who are fighting the intuition, for those who are fighting the Tower, if you don't want to be in this position, this victory, I'm telling you, the cosmos are calling for you to stand up. Then you're going to be in the position that I was talking about with my Native Americans. It's history. Look it up, Google it, if you know, for those that are young and don't know anything about history or don't care to know about it. I love history. But yeah, that's what I sense with this card. I don't have my Native Americans and my New Mythic in the reverse, but you know, when I feel the energy, I feel the energy. It's okay. Maybe next lifetime. But you're learning in this lifetime. I'm sorry, my loves. I hope this wasn't confusing. I really don't. I do sense love relationship here. I do sense higher consciousness here. I do sense that I'm talking to a group of you, and I said most of you, but if it's a group of you that are going through both situations, then it's a group of you that are going through both situations. I wasn't confused about it. Aquarius, you are very smart. You are the air sign, the last air sign in the zodiac wheel. Call me for private readings. Well, not call me, but email me. My email is in the description box. Personal readings can resonate a lot more if this didn't make sense to you. Maybe this wasn't your reading. Love you, Aquas. Bye.